I've travelled to Chorley today and I'm at Design and Technical Services Limited. I'm here to look at a Litz LU800 5-axis machining centre, which is part of the Pro Design range. Now this machine is a heavy duty, large capacity 5-axis machine. It weighs 19 tonnes, it's got a capacity of 800mm in the x-axis and 900mm in the y-axis. Where would this machine fit in terms of a manufacturer? Or why would a manufacturer look for this machine? Well, if they had larger size parts, they were looking at heavy components. In fact, the table on this machine can take components that are 1,000 kilograms. So there are machine tools on the market for 5-axis simultaneous machining or 5-axis positional machining for small components, aluminium components. This is very different. This is a real beast of a machine. In fact, it's got a cast base on the base of the machine, but then either side of the gantry, as it's a gantry machine, is cast as well. And I can see that here in the brochure. You've got a casting on the left and a casting on the right, as well as the spindle housing, which is cast as well. Now, we've got 5-axis on this machine. We've got the traditional X, Y and Z, but we've also got the A and the C. The C-axis is the table, which is rotating at 360 degrees, or can rotate 360 degrees in both directions, as well as the A-axis, which is the tip and tilt, which is plus or minus 120 degrees. Now, spindle speeds, 12,000 RPM as standard, or you can go for the option of 18,000 RPM if you are looking for high speeds as well. We've got a 32 station tool changer. The machine itself is driven by a Heidenhain 530 control as standard. The spindle on this machine is a direct drive spindle. Equally coupled with that, the A and the C axis table is also driven by direct drive motors. So that, with the casting of the machine, the base and the sides, the direct drive spindle, the direct drives on the 5-axis table, all go together to give you possibly one of the most rigid 5-axis solutions you can find in the modern market today. So the machine has a Heidenhain 530 control. The capacity, we've got 800mm in the x-axis, we've got 900mm in the y and 620mm in the z. Not only is the machine heavy duty, you can see from that capacity there, it can take very large components. In fact, the components it can take, the max weight is 1,000 kilograms on the table. The speed of the machine, 48 meters a minute in the rapids. The spindle speed is 12,000 RPM with the option of going for an 18K spindle, and it is a BT40. And you can have actually HSK 63 as an option. So it's 12,000 RPM spindle with the option of 18,000 if you want to go for a higher speed machine as well. So whether you go for a 12,000 or an 18,000 RPM spindle, you're going to remove metal. In fact, you're going to remove a lot of metal. And when you do that, you're going to need an efficient method of getting the swarf out of the machine. And one of the nice features of this machine is the way that the swarf extraction is to the side. It sits very comfortably under the A and the C axis, and obviously getting the swarf out of the machine is key to production. Coolant flood wash. We've got flood wash on both sides. In fact, we've got flood wash on the right hand side of the machine. We've also got coolant flood wash on the left hand side of the machine on either side of the spindle. We've also got coolant from the spindle, we've got air blast, and you can have through spindle coolant. In addition to that, we've also got coolant flood wash at the back of the machine. So that will obviously help, that will help with the extraction of the swarf as well, and the machining process in general. One of the things I liked about the machine as well is the 900mm in the y-axis. It's quite unusual to have a machine of this size in terms of footprint, so reasonably compact, offering 900mm in the y-axis. That would mean you can potentially get a part that's a metre in depth on the machine. It's also very easy to load. The way Litz have designed and manufactured the machine really do suit an operator's requirements. The control can be moved on the arm, and it can be there's a hand wheel as well, which you can use to go into the machine to enable you to set offsets and components and so forth. But as you can see, as I move into the machine, I can get right close to the table, and yeah, I'm right in the machine, which is a very, very effective build and design. Now, if you were loading larger components, then being able to access the machine or get those components into the machine is obviously as important as the machining process. One of the real standout features of this Litz machine, and I haven't seen this, to be fair, on any other manufacturers, is the fact that you can actually retract the top of the machine. So it's literally a key, and undo and push that, and it will go back to the spindle column. So that obviously then gives you full access to be able to load the machine from the top. So where would you buy this machine? Well, as we've said already, we're here at Design and Technical Services, which is DTS. We're here in Chorley. These machines are available directly through DTS. This particular machine is actually available from stock. They come with a full warranty, training and support as you would expect to get from a UK supplier. So you can see this machine and more on mtdcnc.com, or you can visit DTS Direct.
For more videos, products and news, go to mtdcnc.com or follow MTD Online on Twitter.